Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
Spring is a lie, everybody. Spring is a lie?
The reason why I know that it's now spring is because I now go into work after sneezing like 4 or 5 times, and I'm just sitting there.
So, I have the Weather Channel app on my phone, and they will actually let you know if there's a pollen advisory for people with allergies.
I even with or without it, I'm sure I would just die. Hello, everybody.
So yeah, spring's technically started. What? Jesus! I just smacked the hell out of the mic. I'm so sorry.
I'll see if I can cut that in post.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, spring started about 5 days ago, 6 days ago.
Let's see.
It's very recent.
This calendar doesn't tell me things like that.
Yeah, let's find out.
My phone calendar will have it.
Okay, but even still, holy crap! I can tell it is because it's like just the fact that I sneeze just walking down the street. That's a problem. Today.
Okay, maybe my phone won't tell me. When the hell is the first day of spring?
I'll just Google it. First day of spring. March 20th. So
Okay.
it was 8 days ago.
8 days ago. So we're a week into spring. It's already almost 80 degrees here.
Yeah, fucking
well,
hate
that's
it.
Fahrenheit. That's what is it? Minus. I don't remember how to do it.
80 F2C.
I can never remember. There's a math
There is.
you're supposed to be able to do. So 26.66
Celsius.
That makes sense.
Yeah. 26.6. The mark of the beast. And then by the end of the week, it's going to hit, I think, 88.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, well, let's see what
Are you
that changes
serious?
out to. 31.1 Celsius.
You're serious right now.
I believe
I'm
it
pulling
is.
up the weather app. You can't be serious.
As a high? I believe it was.
Don't tell me that. I can't use my AC in my car right now, so don't tell me that.
I mean, it's going to happen.
Yeah, but I was hoping to have more time to fix it. No, the high for this week is 83.
83?
That's actually Monday, so that's technically next week, but still.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. I always forget. Most people don't think Sunday is the end of the week. That's the beginning of the week for people.
That is.
That's the end of the week for me.
You.
So technically this week, 83 on Monday. After that, it's supposed to... Oh, nope, there we go. 87 on Friday.
Okay.
So that's the hit, the high. That's going to fucking suck. I don't like this.
What we're drinking is something that we've had before.
Yeah.
Well, I've had before mostly. Is Ghost Energy Drink. And come to find out, it's got coffee beans in it.
Yes.
And so I'm like, this counts.
Ice cream truck.
Ice cream truck. That's not going to pick up on the mic, but there's an ice cream truck rolling by us.
I didn't care about the mic. I was excited.
Got any cash? We can run real quick.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, leave them quiet for...
You guys sit here while I go get ice cream.
Yeah, pretty much.
Screw the listeners and watchers. I want ice cream.
The flavor I always get now is the citrus flavor. It tastes really great. It's sugar-free, but it doesn't taste like it's a sugar-free thing. It actually tastes like it. There's a lot of citrus fruit in there. It's a great... It's probably going to be my actual normal, just because every time we do this, I get super tired. So having something that will have 200 milligrams of caffeine, positive.
Mountain Dew's got a new thing.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's like a morning thing. They've got 2 of them. So they got... Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Mountain Dew Rise Energy.
That's a really nice abstract lion.
Yeah.
If I can order some of that, I probably would.
I've seen it in gas
there's a couple of
stations.
good
I've seen it
flavors
at
here.
Target.
Ooh, yeah.
180 milligrams caffeine. The one flavor is Tropical Sunrise.
What was the orange one? Was that like an actual? Oh, I was about to say just go back. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just
Orange Breeze, Strawberry Melon Spark,
Ooh.
Tropical Sunrise. Yeah.
Okay, I can fuck with. I want to try those. If I can find them, I want to try them.
Peach Mango Dawn.
So 4 flavors.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen them around a couple times now. I haven't tried them yet. I missed the spiked drinks, the ones that had the prickly pear.
The prickly pear or the agave.
No, I only did the prickly pear one.
Okay, yeah, the other one had the agave in it, and I was like, ooh. But I'm gonna probably be drinking a whole bunch of these if until further notice, because holy crap.
Well, these guys are also local too, so you're supporting local business.
I am.
What you want to show the cup that you poured it in though?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Now I hold on.
Oh,
Sorry, I got
hold
a
on.
text message.
Wait for it. What Quincy's drinking,
Okay,
however.
we're good. Yeah, pull up on drinking that. So I've already done that.
You've already done that, but not as an espresso.
Yes, because when I first did it, I didn't read that it was supposed to be an espresso roast. Because me no read so good. So now I did it as espresso. I have an espresso maker that full on gives me
The foam.
yeah, like
Extra hot, no foam.
Mm.
I don't quite understand
Smells
why people over at Starbucks get things extra hot when they have to wait for it to cool anyways.
It's to burn away the last little bit of their soul they have.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because my boss used to get it extra hot.
I honestly don't know because there's been plenty of times where I get regular temperature and still have to let it sit in the car, and I'm like, I just want to drink my drink, but every time I try to, I burn part of my tongue.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably something having to do with it, but I don't know.
That is amazing.
That is amazing.
I love it as an espresso. I love it. I also don't use milk. I use creamer because I have issues. So it's not just foam. It's sweet.
It's sugar foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because fuck it.
Wow, this is actually a really high definition photo.
Unlike us.
Unlike us, yes.
Which is for your protection.
Yeah. I'm looking scraggly.
The show is named what it is for a reason. Oh, speaking of scraggly, I have a water bottle that's got like a straw that folds down, and then you can flip it up and it snaps into place.
Okay.
But if you don't flip it up all the way, it doesn't actually connect to the actual straw in the cup, and so like you have to finish clicking it into place so that you have a full blown straw.
Okay.
Last night I go to take a sip from it, and it hadn't clicked into place, so I move it with my teeth and clip it down on a mustache hair, and moved it away and yanked a mustache hair straight out with my bottle. Then today I get an Arizona iced tea while I'm out working, and I got stuck to my can because my mustache got stuck in the little pop tab. And I texted Lauren, and I was like, "Oh, that's it. I'm fucking shaving." Like I'm done. It's getting hot out anyways. I'm done.
Yeah, I might do the same because it is getting roasty toasty. I had to turn on the AC for the first time yesterday.
Nope, we got the fan going.
You know, get the fan going. Yeah, this is. I'm not excited for this summer.
But so yeah, this drink was sent to us by Socks, and
Yes.
I'd say I like it. Thank you. It went great in the espresso machine.
My mom has tried this as well. But she doesn't have an espresso maker, so she did the
French press.
the French press, and she was okay with it. She was like, it's a little lighter than I thought it would be, but
So tell her to put her hair up
That's
real
what she did.
crazy and kind of shamble into a Starbucks and just start using their espresso machine. They won't come up to her and try to stop her. They'll be too scared.
no, it wasn't this one. She hasn't tried this one yet.
Was it the chocolate one?
No,
Or,
no, it was Geek Grind.
oh, it was Geek Grind that she did the
Yeah.
French press with. Which one? Because
One
one of them is supposed to be done as an espresso, and then the cold brew is only going to work well if you do it as a cold brew.
Yeah. It was the Frost Giant, the one that's meant for it. I believe it is. It's either Siege Fuel or Frost Giant. We got the sampler pack too,
Mm-hmm.
but it is the one that was meant for. We're gonna pull it up right here. Boop. Speaking of which, our happy affiliate, Geek Grind. If you use our link down in the description or the code JUSTH20, that is JUSTH20, that'll get you 20% off of your order. If you've already used that coupon code, you can still use the link and use coupon MUG5 for a free mug off with the purchase of 5 pounds of coffee.
Now, I think you can use the code. I'm not 100% sure if you can get away with using that code if you've already used ours, but it doesn't hurt to try.
Yes.
Also, free shipping on orders over $50.
That one's awesome.
If it was Frost Giant, that's probably because that's the cold brew. So she did it wrong.
Okay.
So, yeah. If she did the French press with the Frost Giant, that's why.
Oh.
But yeah, they have sampler packs if you guys want to try those. They've got K-Cups, they've got teas, they've got weird flavors we haven't tried yet, like a cinnamon one that I'm nervous about, but I really want to try. No, Desert Winds.
I know, but if you just get the whole
Oh,
sample,
yeah,
you
they
can
got
try
a
them
sampler pack for those as well, yes. Give it a shot. Listen to some of our past episodes where I've slowly tried the original sampler pack.
all. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that the bills are paid.
Now the bills are paid. Boop.
Last week's movies.
Last week's movies. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Cool Hand Luke. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest
Say it 5 times fast.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. 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 One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Got you there at the end.
Yeah, the fourth one got me. 1975. A really good Jack Nicholson movie.
Mm-hmm.
And during one of the scenes when he's climbing over the fence, and I don't know why, but for the life of me, I was just like, does that look like a stunt double? To which you replied, I don't think so.
Like, they did a good job at hiding the face, so it's very possible that it was, because that's one of those things where it's like, you only hide the face because you're trying to hide who it is.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's Jack Nicholson. He could have,
Yeah.
in 1975, he could have done it on his
He'd
own.
probably do it now if he tried hard enough.
Yeah,
Jack
oh
Nicholson's badass.
Yeah, he's But a very good movie. Both these movies are great, but this one here was
Your favorite for the night?
Yes, my favorite of the two. Jack just lit up every scene. Like even in like a heartfelt or strong scene, I don't want to say he took away the attention, but that was kind of what his character was, and I loved it to death. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Like, it's perfect, it's stellar. It's just the last couple of scenes were very strange, just because, you know, it kind of throws it at you. All three of the major ending plot points, they just throw them at you.
Oh, everything came to a boiling point.
It did. Between one of the main characters dying, then Jack Nicholson's character getting lobotomized, and then finally the end part, and I was just like,
wow, he just straight up threw that out there. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning, sorry.
God damn.
I mean, to be fair, it's up on screen too.
Oh, shit.
Mm.
Fuck you, Google.
Yeah, fuck you, Google.
People also ask and fucking...
Yeah.
It's a book.
It is a book?
Yeah.
Okay.
The book's a little darker. More people die.
Oh.
The one that just wanted his cigarettes
Yes.
drowns in the pool.
Oh.
Things like that, yeah.
Okay.
But it's one of those ones that Jack was smart. Nicholson's a really smart guy when it comes to his films. So this was a little lower on the budget side, and so they had offered him like the lowest they could pay him, I think, like legally. And he said, no, instead, how about I just take a percentage of what the movie grosses?
And so that's when he decided, I'm going to act my ass off and make...
Well, I'm sure he was going to act his ass off.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, over under what he normally would have done. And the movie made like 10 times its budget.
I don't remember what the movie made. They'll have it on IMDb. Pull it up.
What was it? 125 million further down, right?
Yeah, right around there. Right there.
There we go.
So they spent 3. They made 108.
108, and he took a percentage. So we'll say 8%. That's $8 million.
I'm not good with percentages, so I'm just gonna assume you're right.
Okay, so 8% of 100 is still 8.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay.
So 8 to 9.
Okay.
So even if it was 8%, which is quite a lot, they 10%. That's 10. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Well, he would go on to do something like this similar in another film too, and I'm sure he's probably done it in other ones as well. But he goes on and does this with Batman '89, where he played the Joker. In lieu of pay, he said that he wanted a percentage of the box office, but also the licensed products with him. Toys, shirts. And I don't know how much you remember about Batman '89, but it fucking sold great in the theaters, and it fucking sold great in merchandise. Like, everybody had Batman shirts. Everybody was buying the toys and all kinds of shit. And so Nicholson made a fucking killing on that one too. Those 2 movies right there, he's probably made the most out of his freaking entire time as an actor. Unless he's done this deal multiple times that I don't know about. But this movie did win 5 Oscars, I do believe.
Let's actually head back over to
IMDb will have it.
Yeah, head back over to IMDb.
Oh, right there.
Where?
Up, right there. Won 5 Oscars.
Won 5 Oscars.
I'm pretty sure
Best
Jack
Picture.
got one of those. Yep.
Best actor in a leading, best actress in a leading, best director, and best writing.
For an adapted form material.
Wow.
Because there's best writing for a screenplay, then there's best writing for adapted.
And it was nominated for 4 others.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Brad Dourif getting supporting role. Wish he had won that. This movie's stellar. This one of those movies that I absolutely love. I watch it again. You said it's your favorite for the night. Looking at the ratings on it, how do you feel?
What was it? It was 8.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4.2 out of 5 on Goodreads, which I assume is the book, and 92% on Google users.
Yeah, I would have to assume that's the book.
Let's take a quick peek.
It's gotta be the book.
Yeah, it's a book.
I haven't read the book yet.
I would probably definitely throw it as a 9.5. So with the Rotten Tomatoes at 94.
Yeah, I put it in the
90s. That's the critics. So let's go see real quick what the users think. 96%. This is a really good movie. Mm-hmm. This movie feels good. Of course, not in that way, but it entertains and it also educates. It keeps you in the loop of the story while also trying to figure out what's Patrick McMurphy's angle. What's his motive in all this? What is he trying to gain?
You also kind of start to ask yourself, was he always crazy? Did being in there make him crazy? And then just bring it out of him? Yeah, and then you also try and figure out, wait, none of these people are crazy. They turn themselves into this to help themselves, to alleviate the pressure of... Yeah, like the fact that a bunch of people voluntarily in there. And he's like, wait, you all chose this?
Yeah, and then it brings him back down and he's like, wait, I could have done this from the start. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, fuck it, we're going to have a night out. And then that's when he kind of deviates the idea of just going out and about. I didn't know there was going to be a lot of really, I don't want to say big names at that time, but big names now. Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito. Who played...
you got Scatman as one of the orderlies.
Yeah.
Who were you asking about?
The stutterer.
Brad Dourif.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just like, holy crap.
This is the second or third film Scatman had done with Nicholson also, because they became friends on the set of a movie, and then they just kind of became a thing that Scatman was in Nicholson's films until he passed away. Because he's also in The Shining.
Oh. Yeah.
I do believe he's the other one that shines. One that the boy communicates to.
But One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is definitely one that if we happen to have like another person come in and be like, so what movie do you guys want to watch? I would definitely throw this into the ring.
I'm glad you liked it that much. It sits at 2 hours and 13 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it either.
No, it feels as it should. It feels comfortable.
It does well with the whole. It doesn't give you a breather, but you don't feel like you can't breathe while watching it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's on the edge of the seat, but you still feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there as a guess because I like to try to do this. The people that don't like it probably take issues with how it misrepresents what's actually going on there, or they're just so disgusted by the bad people that they can't get past.
Oh, they now have it, so you can check.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So on April 4th, 2018, from the New York Review of Books, a movie with its foundations missing. And it's like, okay, this is also the review of books who watches the movie.
Okay.
If you're saying the foundations are missing, then you're having an idea of what the book should have been compared to how the movie is. You can't compare the two. There's going to be a difference in movie adaptations. There's a very fine line on trying to get that movie adaptation to how the book was. Like, God, I am shitty with names today. Mockingjay.
Hunger Games?
Thank you. With that, they gave very little liberties.
I'm so glad you weren't asking the author because I have no idea.
Oh yeah, no. the book series. I read the books. I read the first two books, and then I saw the first movie, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, that didn't happen in the book, but I could see why they're changing it here. And I was like, okay, and I enjoyed the movie. Did I want to keep going? No, not at all.
Suzanne Collins.
Thank you.
That's the author.
Thank you. But then you compared, like you had just said it yourself, maybe 6 casts ago, that the closest to written to movie was Dick Tracy.
And that's because, it's one of those things that there's not necessarily continuity they have to follow. It's a comic strip in in
olden times
in a newspaper and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also it was being, directed and starring a fan. which, that makes a big difference in these things. One of these other reviews here, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a earnest attempt to make a serious film, but in the end, the movie backs away from both the human reality and the cloudy but potent symbolism that Ken Casey found in the asylum, because the guy that wrote the book, I do believe, was in the insane asylum. That's coming from Richard Shekel at Time Magazine, and that's 2009 review. I don't see how it's not a serious film, but I mean, you're saying that you're not feeling the reality and the cloudy but potent symbolism.
So wait. You want human reality in an asylum? You're gonna break away somewhere, whether it's from the perspective of Ratched or from the perspective of Patrick. You are going to have a disconnect. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter which one. So I can see why they would say this, but it's flawed.
Another one here says, if the film is meant to be a serious criticism of mental homes, it should be more obviously serious than it is. There are other subjects where comedy cannot say more than straight drama, and this is one of them.
This had, I wouldn't say too much drama, but it was serious. It was Ratched, buckling down and being like, sit down, shut up, this is how things are going to be. And he's like, I just want to watch the game. And she's like, all right, we'll put it to a vote. Everyone takes it to the vote. Okay, well, it failed. Sorry. Back to work.
We see multiple people die in this film. We don't just see one death. There's more than one death in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
two that I can think of. It's just the two. There is a scene that gets cut out where they touch on someone else being lobotomized. But still, the whole kind of bedridden and tube-fed part kind of gives you the idea.
It makes you go, ooh, boy.
I don't know. These people that are saying it's not serious enough, I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
What, because you wanted to laugh at Scatman getting pissed off that he's going to lose his job? Like, okay. I'm trying to think like funny moments in the movie. And there weren't necessarily not funny moments in the movie, because there were moments where there was a little bit more humor, but I don't know.
I don't get it. Let's go take a quick crack at what the people said. The audience.
Oh, you still can't do the audience by Rotten, can you?
I think you have to do it like, oh yeah, no, that's how it do be like.
That's annoying.
Well. But even still, I mean, I'm glad that the audience finds it better than the critics. Mm-hmm. And with a vast majority more. 81 reviews from the critics and 250,000 from the audience, and it still boasts higher. And the other movie, Cool Hand Luke, 1967, 8 years prior. I was kind of wary when you were promoting this one last week, because I was like, I don't know. I've heard of it, and I heard it wasn't like something entertaining. It had its pace. It had comfortability, and it didn't do anything too outgoing. Not until maybe halfway through. And it follows Luke, who's in prison for smashing up
public intoxication and destruction of government property.
The coin takers that hold
parking meters.
Parking meters, thank you.
Which they actually destroyed real parking meters for the movie, and it was that way for several years.
Yes. And I was like, he's going in for 2, and then they give him the rundown of, if you run, it can be longer, don't worry. Mm-hmm. There's no problem here. Just as long as you keep your nose clean, follow our vast rules, there's, once again, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's, punishments for the things you do, most of which is going in the box. If you do anything wrong, you go in the box. But if you don't do anything wrong, there's drinks, there's games, you work during the day, so you have something to do, but you also are serving your time. But there's a shower, which you have relative regular access to. All in all, there are worse prisons to be in than this one.
Yep. And if you want to fight, you only fight on Saturday.
Yep.
Like it was they had a structure that anybody could follow. Mm-hmm. So that way even the viewer isn't going to be like, oh, wait, what day is it? What's this going on? It's similar to a Sunday school kind of. Mm-hmm. And then, Luke has a falling out with one of the side characters, and the side character kind of gains respect even after beating the shit out of him
Repeatedly.
Because
Luke would not stay down.
And then when Luke finally stays down, he's just like, I gotta go. I would rather eat than continue punching a man. And then you follow along further and further into a very downward spiral after his mother passes away.
Yeah, and the kind of the concept that we were going for with these two movies was people that go into these places and they don't want to be there, but they're just going to deal with it. And then the things that kind of tear them apart and cause them to take a situation that's bad but manageable and make it worse. And like the different things that caused that. Nicholson's character for the first movie, it being the way he's seeing other people treated more so than the way he's being treated. Yeah, the baseball game thing pisses him off, and that's definitely one of the things. But one of the things that really sets him off later on is the way one character's treated by the cigarettes, the way Brad Dourif's characters talked down to, things like that. The things that set him off in that and change who he is and the outcome that we get. This one, he didn't really fit in his life when he came back from the war. He's not doing well. Gets himself in trouble. Goes in prison. Goes to prison for it. But relatively, it's okay. And then his mother dies, and now he's lost it. And it's not so much just because of the death of his mother, but because of how the prison treats him because of the death of his mother.
Yeah, and they're we don't want you running off trying to go to that funeral, so we're gonna put you in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you're punishing me because you think I'm gonna do something.
Minority Report.
Yeah, and so they put him in the box for, what was it, 2 days?
I think it was at least for the work day. It may have been 2 days, but I know it was at least one full work day.
Okay, I should have sworn it was 2. But and then one of the shepherds, I'll call them, was like, "Sorry, I got to do this to you," and he's like, "No, you're not."
Yeah, because he's like, it's my job, and he's like, calling it your job doesn't make it right.
Right, and, Luke kind of deals with it, but he's still having that conflict. And then as he goes out the next time, he's like, I don't need to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plan. And he sets out that plan. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Mm-hmm. And we just kind of see him degrade mentally throughout it.
Yeah.
And the outcome in the end is not a happy one, but it does a lot for the other characters in a sense.
Yeah.
It also gives us one of the most famous lines in cinema. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Which I do believe that line has been used multiple times over because of that. That being such a big thing.
Yeah. And another line that kind of resonates with me was toward the very, very end when they were talking about Luke. Mm-hmm. And he was pulls up the story and he goes, he had a big smile on his face, that Luke smile.
Mm-hmm.
As we were carrying him away, I think he'll be all right. Even though it was pretty much he knew Luke was gone.
Well, and the big thing is you also see that the prison kind of kills Luke in a sense because they're like, no, he's our prisoner. We're going to take him back to our hospital, even though it's further.
Yeah.
I'm not finding anything else the line was used in, but I'm pretty sure it was used in more than just this movie. This movie just used it first. I do know that Guns N' Roses, I think it was, used it at the beginning of one of their songs.
Yeah.
I think it's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. There we go.
Yep. Civil War. Okay. And it's actually the whole thing ripped from the movie. Now this is another Oscar-winning film.
Yes.
Just one, not the 5. I think it deserves it. It was very well done. And it's for supporting role for George Kennedy. Now he said that when he got that Oscar, he was so happy because it meant he could stop playing villains all the time. Because now he would be looked at as other things, which is actually both interesting and kind of sad that it had to go to that point.
Yeah, and I mean, after that, I remember he was the partner in the Naked Guns
mm-hmm.
that we've seen in the past, and he is a little bumbly, and I'm glad that he's kind of locked that down because he does well as the bumbly sidekick. And I mean, I wouldn't call him bumbly in Cool Hand Luke, but he does come off as I can't read, but I'll have someone read it for me, and I'll understand it. You know, and
there's a lot of what's them words say.
You know what could you read that there for me?
Which is it's an interesting addition to the character that they never full on address. You just hear them talk about it. You hear him telling everyone that he never straight up comes out and goes, "I can't read."
Yeah, no,
you know?
but when he was handing it over to the housekeeper, what was his title? The big guy in the white,
the boss for the
the one that was going down the rules.
Yeah, I don't remember what he's called, but he's
even
the boss over their sleeping quarters and whatnot.
Yeah, he handed him a book and said, "You read it for me." And so that's kind of where I was. That's when I asked you about it. I was like, Does this character know how to read?
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember them ever explicitly saying he can't, but they definitely never say he can.
Yeah, but
and sure enough, we finished the movie, and that was basically the outline of it. This one's got higher ratings, and you didn't seem to be nearly as agreeing on that.
Well, when it's 100% from the critics on Rotten Tomato,
kicking them under the table.
So 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 92% on Metacritic, and 88% on Google users.
Yeah, Google users letting us down today.
Well, I mean, it's got to be lower than 100%.
Yes.
But let's see what the users think on Rotten Tomatoes real quick. 95 from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. I've gotta say it's about maybe an 8.5 and low 9 for me. Like I was there for the whole movie. I didn't draw out. It was engaging. It was very elevating. It didn't take me away from anything.
Was there anything that you wanted from this film that you didn't get that would have possibly pushed you to that 100? And don't say a better outcome for the
no.
Cool Hand Luke.
No. I get that things need to happen for a reason. I understand that. But what I would want, I guess, is I don't know what I would want because I'm not really much of a scriptwriter.
The guy you were talking about before is Carr, by the way. Carr. The boss over their sleeping area.
Okay.
That's Carr. He's also in a Bond film, Live and Let Die, and then comes back in The Man with the Golden Gun. Or maybe that's reversed. No, that's right. Yeah. And then he's also the sheriff in Superman 2.
Oh, the one where he goes backwards around the world?
Actually, that's Superman 1.
That's Superman 1?
Yeah.
Okay. God, those movies are terrible, but entertaining nonetheless.
I don't remember if it's Superman 1 or 2. I think it might be 1, but it could be 2, where he kisses her and she forgets everything.
No.
I think that's 2.
I think
because 2 they didn't have Richard Donner anymore, so you get a lot of like weird shit. Cellophane S.
I think you're right. I think it is 1 where she dies and he has to
he has to reverse time
to do it, and I'm like, that's not how that. Okay.
And then 2, I do believe, is when he kisses her, makes her forget everything. That's also where we get the cellophane S, and all that comes from the fact that Richard Donner was a fan of the comics, and then he got fired from that movie, and they brought someone else in who just wrote shit.
Kneel before Zod.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Could you imagine if he went, okay, it just flew off
and gets back in the fucking cube.
The Phantom Zone?
Yeah. But yeah, this movie was fun.
I put it in my medium 90s, the middle 90s.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's definitely something I've watched before and will watch again. I even make jokes referencing this movie. Lauren's got a friend that ate a bunch of deviled eggs one day, so I took to calling her Cool Hand Luke. I like this movie. I'm not mad at it being at 100%. I definitely think there are far worse movies that are highly rated on here than, I shouldn't say far worse because this isn't a bad movie. I definitely think there's plenty of movies on here that should not be as high as they are. You're going for one of my,
your pet peeves.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane is one of his pet peeves.
Citizen Kane.
I have still never seen this movie. I want to, just to get it out of the way.
It feels like the full fucking 2 hours that it is.
That does it.
It's about the richest fucking guy, and how like the last thing he said on his deathbed was Rosebud, and how everyone's making speculations as we find out about this guy's life as to what Rosebud is.
And it was his sled.
It was his sled from when he was a boy.
And he wanted to be a better person in his last moments or something. I
think it was just thinking back to. I think it's a lot of it's a comment on like money can't buy you happiness, yada yada yada.
Yeah, you got to remember where you came from.
Yeah.
I do recall the basic premise of it.
And for some reason, we destroyed a snow globe.
I don't know. Let's get into it.
All right, news time.
Back
for Blood, the not Left 4 Dead game. The game that is not Left 4 Dead, but it's Left 4 Dead.
That's pretty much Left 4 Dead.
So the developers took to the Twitterverse to say Turtle Rock Studios is working hard to make Back 4 Blood the best game it can possibly be at launch, and the team needs more time to do this. Therefore, we will release Back 4 Blood on October 12th, 2021. We thank the community for its continued support and are excited to share that there will be an open beta this summer.
Okay, so. It sucks that it's going to be delayed, but I'm glad they're going to put out an open beta.
Yeah. Now they did another tweet that said alt text has been added. I'm not really seeing. Do you see a difference?
Scroll up.
Because I don't see a difference. I'm not sure.
Scroll again.
No, same thing. Okay, but. It's been delayed. You'll have to kill zombies some other time.
Well, or you can keep doing it through, like Dead by Daylight or not Dead by Daylight, the runaround game, Dead Rising.
No, Dead Rising, the
original Left 4 Deads.
There's the original Left 4 Dead's World War Z game. There's Nazi zombies. There's a new Zombieland game coming out. I think it's VR.
Oh,
yeah. So there's other zombie options out there.
Yeah.
So it was moved. This is a big delay because we were getting this June 22nd. And they pushed it all the way back to October, which I get it. October, they're thinking spooky, scary.
4 months.
Zombies, not skeletons. Yeah. Spooky, scary. Excuse me. 4 months. So I'm assuming they said summer. So I'm assuming the open beta will probably take close to the original release date.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere.
They'll probably give us one map or two, something that'll tide us over. It still looks good, so I'm gonna still have faith.
Yeah, my issues with games like this is
you need people.
You need people, but also it's like, okay, we murder, death, killed our way here. We did it. Yay! Let's go do it on like the 3 other maps. Okay, we've done it on all the maps. What now? Like it's just kill your way to the exit point.
I know that seems boring, but to some people like me, I enjoy that. I have fun with that kind of premise.
I just want some substance.
I get you. You want story.
I want story. I mean, there's story, but it's not even. Maybe it's that I want more mechanics.
Yeah. You want the full course meal. You don't want just the half of the meal. You don't want just the entree. You want the
this
sides.
feels like a mode in a game, not a game.
Yeah.
Especially for the prices these things are costing us nowadays.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see closer to release date what they're coming out with, because the mods that they've added for regular Left 4 Dead 2 has been pretty big. So we'll see. Rocket League is adding F1 and NASCAR in May for Season 3. I like that. I like the little trailer they had on their Twitter. A F1 racer went up against a NASCAR stock car, and they both look great. I'm excited to see them in. Yeah, Goon and I played a little Rocket League not too long ago, and I got a little salty, but we had fun. You gotta have faith. Sock says in the chat, sometimes you just gotta be like George Michael and have faith.
Faith in what? How old is that comment? Because I wasn't paying attention in the chat.
Minute.
Okay. Faith in what?
Back 4 Blood.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Because you gotta have faith, the faith.
Gotcha. Back to the Rocket League. I thought this was kind of cool. They're doing, they're paying respect to both NASCAR and Formula. I mean,
their last.
I can't do either, so I'll leave my shit talking to the side.
Their last one was Ford. They had the F1 pickup.
That seems like a weird thing to try to play soccer with.
Apparently it had an actual the what do they call it? The back
Tailgate?
Thank you.
Bed of the truck.
Trailer. Yeah, the bed of the truck. The ball could actually
Land in
it, and I was like, instead of dribbling, you can carry it. And I was thinking about it. I was like, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of
cool. Goon bought it.
the hauling capacity. Is that why you got salty? He just kept carrying the ball away from you?
No, if he did, I would have been okay with that. I would have just done my demolition thing. But
time to push you around.
Yeah, I love being a brawler when it comes to Rocket League. Rocket League is still very much a good a great competitive game. It's still getting a lot of views on their regular Rocket League Twitch. They just streamed not too long ago with about maybe 20,000 viewers, and people are really enjoying this whole thing that they're going to continue doing. I'm hoping that we see something from Japan crossover, just like with Season 1. Sorry. They had a lot of Japanese make cars, so I'm curious if they'll do another one like that. Play Uber with the ball. Your Uber's here. Next up.
Yeah, next we've got PlayStation took to their blog to show us the actually really interesting looking design for the new next-gen PlayStation VR for the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation VR 2, whatever you want to call it, for their controllers. I think it's a very interesting design. I kind of like it a little bit better than a lot of the designs we have out there for VR controllers. I got a hell of a lot better than what I got with my PlayStation VR.
Now, I will say, okay, I like the handing placement areas, but I think I know why this is here in case you smack something, because I guess there was hand injuries.
Maybe it's in case you smack something, or maybe it's supposed to be like that's the whole thing it's censoring, so that, you know, if you're like throwing punches.
Yeah, maybe.
It's got to sense something on there.
Yeah, because it's got finger touch detection and more.
Yeah, they're saying haptic feedback and everything. They're saying that this is like the VR controller, but it's using the shit from the new PlayStation controllers.
Yeah. Oh, is that a button?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess.
Either that or it's just a sense that you're gripping it and know that you're actually holding it.
Maybe. Adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, which allows for form factor every sensation in the game made more impactful, textured, and nuanced. When you're traversing through rocky desert or trading blows in melee combat, you'll feel the difference, magnifying the extraordinary visual and audio experience that's so central to VR. That's weird. Like, just give me 2 controllers and throw me in. I'm curious to know about the headset, though. Like, if it'll be the Oculus Quest styled ones, where they can go up to 4K if the hardware can handle it. I'm wondering if the headset will be able to handle things like that.
This is a company we can't convince to do 60 frames per second.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just putting that out there. Not saying they're not going to do it. Just saying I don't hold my breath.
I'm not holding my breath for Sony. If Microsoft came out and said we're going to start working on a VR.
From what I understand, it's all hearsay, but the talks are they're going to let third parties do it. They're just... with the Kinects repeatedly failing, it's just not something they care about.
So they're going to be like, if you make it, we'll put it out.
Yeah, like if people make it to where it works with, you know, Windows OS, Xbox OS.
Yeah, I was about to say, of course it works with Windows.
It's not actually Windows on.
Actually, wait a minute. That makes me wonder if it's probably not like interactable, but you could probably attach an entire headset with the thing and just lay back and just use it like a monitor.
Oh, you can already do that. You can actually take the PlayStation VR and plug it into an Xbox One because it's just USB ports and whatnot, so it just becomes a screen in front of you. It's not going to have any of the VR effects, but you can use it as a screen that's in front of your eyes.
That's actually kind of cool.
So, it's basically just, you know, a USB outing the image.
And I'm going to be a little salty when I say this, but let's head on to a company that knows what's up.
I mean, it had to be salty, but all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Xbox did their first Twitch streaming showcase for ID at Xbox, which is their indie development section.
And I fucking love indie games.
They debuted over 60-something games and gave us a list of 20 of those that are guaranteed coming to Game Pass at launch. At launch, I should say.
Yeah. Art of the Rally, which is a nice little rally racer, which I'm here for. It looks like Micro Machines back on the NES where you're looking top down on them. It looks great. Looks pretty extravagant. Asteria Ascending is a turn-based RPG. I have no clue about it. I remember seeing it on the thing, and I was just like, looks good. Backbone, made by Raw Fury. I love this developer. So an egg nut. I don't know egg nut, but I know Raw Fury. I'm excited to see what this will entail later on. I haven't seen that one during the conference. Boyfriend Dungeon is a very interesting little hack and slash with story. It's a dating sim, but in a dungeon. I wish I can paint this picture a little better.
I mean, I think you painted it pretty much as. I mean, they're straight up saying shack and slash.
Oh yeah, okay, that's the best way.
I think you painted it as bad as painty as you can paint.
It's got good looking controls. It looks like it has some pretty unique art style. I'm not mad at it. It looks fine. Craftopia, which is kind of Minecraft-ish, but in a more glorious light. Dead Static Drive.
This one's got Wendigo looking.
This got what I want, so I'm here for that one. As soon as this one drops, I can definitely see myself downloading it.
It sounds kind of cool because it says, "Can you go back up?"
Oh, sorry.
It says, "Grab your bat, steal a car, and take your chances against earthly horrors found along Route 666. Top-down driving meets survival horror, an interactive new game from Team Fan Club." It says it's about a nightmare road trip and the extremes of personal circumstances this characters are put into the emotional reactions. You'll have to choose who you can trust as you fight the horrors barely concealed underneath everyday domestic life. It sounds fun. I hope it's more than just driving, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a road trip that you have to get from point A to point. Kind of like what was it? Oregon Trail, not Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail.
The zombie one.
The zombie one.
Yeah. I mean, I think the confusion for me is coming from the fact that they did tell you to grab a baseball bat.
Yeah.
So, oh, sounds interesting. These are Dead Static Drive. Is this another one by the same company?
That's the game.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
so the artwork for the game looks very different than the artwork for the image they posted, so I was a little thrown off.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So it looks like you get to stop off at like motels and kind of pick your way in and get some sleep.
No sleep. You're on the highway to hell, literally.
I'm on the highway.
That's all you can do before we get suited up. It definitely looks nice. Okay, she's out of the car. She's swinging something. It looks like
pipe. Respect the pipe.
I think that's a crowbar. You should have just opened image.
I should have just opened image. Oh no!
Go back and open image.
I'm gonna open the image.
There you go.
It's a crowbar.
It's a crowbar.
It's a crowbar. It's a big crowbar.
Yeah. This one seems interesting. Sounds fun. I mean, the fact that I could try these things without paying, it's always nice.
Yeah. Edge of Eternity, made by Midgard Studios, which is kind of sounding like Final Fantasy because it gives you that feel. The soundtrack composer is also one that helped out with Chrono Trigger and Xenoblade Chronicles. So this is going to be a very interesting one. It looks very much Final Fantasy-esque. It seems like it's going to have a very interesting combat system, and it's got a lot of textures and particle effects. You good?
Yep.
As time goes on, hopefully we'll see a little bit more out of this, and I'm excited for this. This is one of the ones that I'm glad that we're getting for free. It's going to be a time sink for this one. This one, neither one of us are excited for, but I'm hoping that it adds more to it, which is Hello Neighbor 2.
I'm not going to play it.
I might pop into it just because one of the trailers had a creature wearing a skulled mask and had like gangly arms and legs and was just like, and I was like, it
was Mr. Krabs.
He's overdosing on the ketamine.
I've never seen that episode.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I wanted to see a little bit more. I probably won't do it straight up at launch, but good to know that it'll be there.
I didn't enjoy the first one, and I definitely didn't enjoy how broken it was. Yet they kept releasing like DLCs and more levels without fixing the fact that I launched myself out of the puzzle and was able to escape because I threw a wrench at the ground.
Yep. That's how it do be like.
Pretty sure I've still got that recorded somewhere, so I'll tweet it later if I do.
Okay. Library of Runia. May you find your book in this place. Combat between the guests and the librarians breaks out as if it were on stage. I don't understand this one. This one is another one that I didn't check, but it's Project Moon. Why do I know that?
I mean, it already sounds hilarious to me.
Project Moon. Lobotomy Corporation? I don't know what games they've released, but it sounded familiar. A good book will allow you to invite new guests with greater secrets. I'm here for it, I guess. I'll take a peek at it later. Little Witch in the Woods. This one I've heard about ages ago. You play as a single witch doing like her little brewery thing in her home. Cute pixel art.
I just realized you pushed us into the news too fast, and we didn't talk about what we're watching tonight, or why our episode's called what it's called, or my coffee mug. So our episode is Everybody Loves Kaijus because, well, everybody loves Kaijus. There's a Kaiju in the new Suicide Squad trailer. I'm using my Kaiju cup, and we're talking Kaijus because we're going to watch Godzilla and Godzilla King of Monsters tonight.
Yeah!
You haven't seen King of Monsters. I haven't seen either.
Okay, yeah.
Continue. Little Witch in the Wood.
Little Witch in the Woods, beautiful looking game. It seems like it's going to be a Stardew Valley style, but with more mythicism, I guess.
That's kind of cool.
Moonglow Bay. This is probably one that Sox is going to be here for. It's just a little tiny, comfortable fishing style game that has a little bit more secrets and little tiny tidbits with what goes on in Moonglow Bay.
Catch all the fish.
Catch all the fish, as well as figure out why all the fish are there. There's some emotionally charged bits and pieces with it, so I'm gonna keep my ear out for this one. Narita Boy is a flashback to old style games.
Well, this one's actually one of the ones we're getting the most recent. This comes out on the 1st, I think.
Yeah, it's even got a little tiny clicky thing. Yeah,
29th actually, not the 1st. Wow. So tomorrow.
Wow.
That came out on the 1st.
Oh. I mean, I don't know too much about it. I want to see more about it, please. Can I just Dude, I want to see a fucking video, please, because I have not seen this one, but I'm curious. Skip ahead a little. Okay. I'm always a sucker for pixel art, but now every game's slowly starting to become pixel art. It's done by Team 17.
Mm-hmm. It seems to be the thing. People loved pixel art so much that it kind of took over.
Yeah. Oh, but then again, it is very pretty, so I guess I'm gonna pass. Moonglow Bay might be kind of like My Time at Portia, but I haven't really dug into My Time at Portia, so I don't know that story.
It's pixels. It looks like it's neon. It's swords. It's weird creatures. People are gonna have fun.
Robot baby. Robot baby. No.
Okay, that was.
You saw that too, right?
That was a choice. Yeah, I saw that.
Robot baby.
You almost perfectly got that to go back. So yeah, this one is the one that drops the soonest. Is there anything else big we want to hit on this list?
Nobody Saves the World, I heard, was gonna be really interesting. It's kind of like what's that book series where people change into animals? Animorphs?
Okay.
Yeah, similar to that. Omno, I heard, was gonna be just a single player puzzle wander about thing. Recompile is a very interesting platformer, heavy on Metroidvania style with retrowave visuals. Sable is also another one by Raw Fury, where I believe you explore a desert area, and what used to be isn't anymore, so it's like kind of post-apocalyptic, but you're not sure on what happened.
And you've got a weird floating bike thing.
Yeah. She Dreams Elsewhere is a self-identity crisis, and this is one that I'm probably going to shut myself away from everyone else to play, because this one seems like this one's gonna hurt.
We'll see.
Oh no. No, because this one,
I played Spider-Man and only cried like 3 times. So
yeah, this one is going to be more focused on self-awareness, mental health, who you are in the world. So this one's going to be a big one that I probably take a peek at. One that kind of caught me off guard, but I'm excited for, Stalker 2.
But I've known it was going to be a thing for a while. I was just surprised it was coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm happy that it's going to be popping up. I liked Stalker Clear Skies and the other one that I can't remember the name of, but I enjoyed them. As jank as they are, I enjoyed them. And then, of course, I enjoyed the first 2 Metros. I never played Exodus because I never had a chance to. Call it appropriate.
There's also Shadow of Chernobyl, and then there was apparently a mobile game.
I ain't fucking with that. But I'm here for it. I will. I might pop into it. I have no problem with it.
I mean, it looks good.
It
looks pretty.
Fuck yeah. Just as long as it doesn't have the micromanaging that Clear Skies has. That's the only thing I honestly request. I don't know if it will. I'm praying it doesn't. Make things simple. Don't complicate things. The Ascent. Make a corporation that owns you and everyone. Confusion and chaos ensue. Security and order are in disarray, and without protection, everyone is left to fend for themselves. I don't know about this one, but let me take a quick peek, see what it looks like.
Red.
Yeah, very red. I think this is the top down, and you can join with other people. It's drop in, drop out. So in case you want someone just to pop in and help you out with something, they can pop in and do it. Sure. Whatever. Undungeon is a gorgeous action RPG with real-time combat. Travel between dimensions. There wasn't much about this one as far as this little blurb. I did not see this one either. Way to the Woods. This one has been announced for a long time. It's that one that has the deer that shines the light.
Gotcha.
This one I'm thinking that's only gonna be maybe a couple hour game, kind of like how Inside and what's the other one? The black and white one with as you play as a kid.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it. But even still, it seems like it's going to be a couple hour game. It's not going to be too big. Considering you're playing a deer and they're young. The Wild at Heart, as made by Humble Bundle. Produced by it, I'm sure. Take command of a magical swarm of curious creatures in
Limbo.
Huh?
Socks.
Limbo. Yeah, thank you.
That was the game you were thinking of.
The Deep Woods is full of puzzles to be solved and secrets waiting to be uncovered. A lot of games that have a lot of secrets.
If they tell you everything, what's the point of playing?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, thanks for telling me the secrets. But it talks about childhood escapism, battle precarious wildlife and supernatural foes, construct and craft new pathways. All right, I'll take a peek at it when I catch around to it. As I said, I didn't catch too much of this, but from what I saw, I'm excited. I am ready for all of these games, especially Dead Static Drive.
And like we said, this is just the 20 that are coming at day one launch. I mean, this wasn't even everything they covered on the ID showcase. There was like 60 something games I think total. So,
and to those who do have an Xbox, do follow Major Nelson on Twitter, because every Friday he has a free giveaway. Sometimes two, sometimes 3, sometimes one person out of one of those winners gets a whole bunch of really neat stuff. Like 2 weeks ago, he had it to where if one of the winners out of the 5 that he was giving was going to get one of the new Xbox One headsets that apparently is super nice.
I need a new headset. Mine's breaking.
Yeah. They're freaking like $85. So yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to buy that one. I'm just saying I need a new headset.
Need a new headset. Boop. Outriders. So
Yeah.
this is funny because this isn't new, but the way that they're doing it is unique, and I like it.
So Outriders did its demo. Lots of people played it. People are enjoying it. The game's coming in 4 days, I think. It comes out on the 1st, and it is a Game Pass game. But they found that there's a lot of people cheating. They've identified People Can Fly has identified over 200 cheaters during the demo period of the game, including one who gave themselves over 600 legendary weapons. Cheaters made up about 0.01% of the player base, luckily. However, they are worried that this number will continue to be a thing, so they've decided to deal with this. To prevent people from cheating, they have implemented a number of ways to handle this. Way 1, you will not be able to matchmake with legit players. So if you're a cheater, you're going to have to play with other cheaters. Matchmaking will likely take significantly longer. You will still be able to play solo, though. And the best part, in the future, your HUD will have a discrete but visible watermark placed on it so that gameplay footage created on this account can be identified as coming from a flagged account. So other players will know that you were a cheater. Things that people can fly considers cheating, which they can obviously add or subtract from this, but currently intentionally running the game on PC without easy anti-cheat or EAC, modifying game files to enhance a character's level, skill, inventory, etc. Externally modifying game time to reduce the time dependent features such as vendors and challenges. Using a trainer program to or similar to gain advantage within the game, and using gameplay altering programs such as aimbots and wall hacks.
Oh boy.
Now they said if you did use the above farming routines to pick up extra loot during the demo, People Can Fly has said that the farming is not considered cheating, but that anything that where you're berating the loot stuff is, because they're trying to be clear on what is and what isn't, so that there's not, because there's like a lot of people that got hit for cheating on like 76 when they weren't. They were just really good at the game.
Yeah, they took their time and worked it out and put, what was it, over 1,200 hours into the game and
I
got...
have no idea.
I remember that one that got hit, and he was like, but I the reason why I have so much is because I worked at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that cheaters are getting their due deserts on current games right now. There was a big, huge ban on CSGO. They were like, we're still... The game is still around. It's still working. So we're wanting to make your guys, experience, whoever's still wanting to play this game for fun, we're just going to get rid of the cheaters. They just did another wave. So I'm like, okay, at least Valve is listening. But they don't know how to count to 3 still.
No. But what does that have to do with Valve?
Oh, it was just cheaters.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Outriders. Outriders isn't Valve.
No, I was just saying cheaters being pieces of
Gotcha.
shit. Something that you really enjoy.
Hitman, which my elusive ends tonight, and I may not get it in time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll see. Hitman 3 is doing its new DLC, which comes out in 2 days, March 30th. It is the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, the great thing about the way Hitman does their monthly things is they give you the roadmap for the month. But they've also outlined some of 7 Deadly Sins. It's going to be released in acts. Act 1 coming March 30th.
This one's Greed.
Yes, and they've dropped a really nice trailer for it.
Let's take a quick peek.
You're getting a beautiful new suit. I do believe you get this if you've paid for the deluxe edition like I did. Now, what I was reading there said the price hadn't been announced, but considering it comes out in 2 days, I'm pretty sure the price is announced. Act 1 is Greed. It has a new escalation called the Greed
Enumeration.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Which allows you to carry certain items over between each of the 3 stages. Feeling greedy? Prove it. which is kind of interesting way to do it. Also includes the unlockable suit and 2 sin-themed items, the greedy little coin and the devil's cane. I really like the cane. The cane looks pretty cool.
Cane looks nice.
Here we go. Prices. To enjoy Hitman 3 7 Deadly Sins expansion, players can purchase each content pack individually, priced at $4.99 American, or whatever your regional equivalent is. Alternatively, you can get all 7 content packs purchased together as the pack for $29.99. So you save a lot of money there because $4.99 for per one at 7.
You save $5. I'm just saying.
Are you sure it's only 5?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You take one away, that's
Okay.
the 30.
Gotcha. All right. You also get there's also gonna be Season of Sin, as well as the 7 Deadly Sins collection. Hitman 3 owners can continue to enjoy live content that is added to the game at no additional cost. We already got plenty of these where it's like fun little escalations or one-off missions that people
The Sean Bean thing.
those are the elusives, but I'm talking like escalations, so it's like someone goes through and they plotted out a map you already have and the characters are already there and how you have to kill them. But the fun thing is like they had Funny or Not do like a bunch of them. They have like these different like game companies and like stuff like that are getting to make free contracts for you to go and play. It's actually pretty fun.
Nice. Okay, I'm glad. I'm just happy. More free content for something that's so fun.
Yeah, featured contracts, elusive targets, all kinds of things, including a brand new Hitman 3 elusive target, plus new seasonal events such as the Berlin Egg Hunt, which that sounds fun, and I'm interested to see what that does. And also, all owners will be able to get that with no problem. Seasonal events, you're also getting these seasonal events from Hitman 1 and 2 coming back as well.
Nice. All right. I'm just happy that they're doing stuff like this. Any other gaming news?
I don't think so. But real quick before we leave Season of Sin. Also, they're saying that the Season of Sin events can last anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, including the escalations. So keep an eye on those counters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. But shoe news. So the first one is I still don't know how to say this, but I will just spell it out. ASICS gives us a pretty interesting looking Coca-Cola ones in a pure red with white sole and a green patch in the back of the sole. They look all right. They're a little too red for my taste. $140. April 9th is their release. The Coke branding is all over the place. We have a Coke store, which I'm like, why would you want to buy Coke merchandise? It still confuses me to this day. I worked next to it, and it still confused me.
I don't think I own any Coca-Cola shirts or anything.
Yeah, like I have a Coca-Cola bottle opener attached to the fridge. That is it.
I don't actually own any collector's cans anymore.
You have a collector's box. That's close enough.
Well, back in the day, me and my buddy did the Avengers cans. We drank so much Dr. Pepper to get all the Avengers cans. And then when they did it for... I actually do have a couple because I had the Spider-Man ones when they did it for Far From Home. But yeah, I don't actually own any... I've got some old bottles of Coke in storage probably. Like the gold bottles and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't go around sporting Coke. The last movie other than Spider-Man that I tried hard to get the cans for was Batman v Superman, and I went and saw the movie and went,
whoa,
all that time wasted.
Yeah.
And gave those cans away.
And Saki in chat says ASICS. And you know what? Yeah, I'm down for ASICS. Yeah, that sounds like a good name for them. The second shoes, Candyland with Reebok makes their second one, and it looks like unicorn vomit is what I said.
Yeah, it straight up looks like something coming out of Nickelodeon in the 90s. Like the slime alarm clock or the Nickelodeon phone. Any of that shit they got us all to
It
buy.
looked like weird, awkward, like... If you go into a bowling alley that is clown themed, these seem like they're the bowling shoes.
Okay, I could see that. It does make me think about the crazy shit though we got our parents to buy us in the 90s.
I mean, Candyland's a fun game. It's my mother's favorite. You know. Now that reminds me, we talked about them a long time ago. The shoes that look like Solo Cup with that like etch from like whenever you would go to like a.
Oh, not Solo Cup, but like the old style. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like the swishy.
Yeah. Like those didn't look bad, and it's like there is some flavor of nostalgia that doesn't look bad. This looks bad.
I mean, if Nickelodeon were to release the alarm clock again, I'd probably go and buy it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it would need 3 things: Bluetooth capability, it would need a CD player, and it would need AM/FM radio.
Okay, I have an Alexa.
I know, but I'm
sorry. Trigger word for anyone that's got one of the. I'm so sorry.
Whatever.
I hate it when it happens, like when I'm flipping through TikToks and someone yells something to her and she starts doing shit. I'm like, no,
there's no stop. But I'm just saying it would help if they had that, as far as sales go. You know, like I'm sure you can make your own, or I'm sure someone on Etsy has the blueprints to do it. Alexa, play Despacito.
That works, so stop.
Yeah, right. These just don't look great. But we'll head over to the last one, which I really like. I love the design of these. Duffman. Duff Beer. We talked about the Simpsons / Adidas crossover a couple times. This is yet another one. And these look, actually, I would probably buy these. They look really good. A nice stark red with black and white with a little bit of silver and bronze for the can. It looks good. Like, these look great. These ones don't have an announcement date, but I'm glad that they are here. You'd buy them if they had a Barney burp with every step. That would be interesting, but they would get... I think they would... I don't...
It would get annoying.
It would get annoying very quickly.
Could you imagine every time you stepped, it just did Duffman quote, "There are multiple Duffmen, just like Santa Claus."
Duffman.
Duffman needs to sit down.
Like, if you're trying to run away from the murderer. But once again, they look good. They look great. I got no problem with them. What do you think?
I probably wouldn't wear them. I don't like the Velcro straps. The little Duffman emblem is pretty cool. It's just more that it's not my style of shoe because they're not ugly. It's just not me.
Not you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine and fair then. Once again, no release date, just says 2021. No price. But I'm sure.
To answer the previous conversation thing, you can buy the alarm clock on eBay, not Etsy. Someone did have it on Etsy, but it's not there anymore, which you're not supposed to sell shit like that on Etsy anyways. But you can buy it on eBay. I think the cheapest one's like 80 and the cheapest one's 70. And the most expensive one's 150.
You know, I'm good, thanks.
You don't want the alarm clock that bad?
Not really. All right, now this you've got full news about.
Yeah, it was just San Diego Comic-Con. So we've been talking about all the conventions that are going digital.
Yeah.
There was one more gaming news. Now I'm looking at my notes and I don't understand why it wasn't on here because it was part of the links that I sent you.
I clicked all of them.
No, there was actually supposed to be 2 more gaming.
Mm-mm.
Shit. Also, I don't think we have an image for that one. Yeah, rewind. Rust is coming to console May 21st.
Yeah, that I saw too.
Okay. There was supposed to be an image of Rust in the images I sent you. I don't know what happened. It will also be playable on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X via backwards compatibility. So they made a 4 and an Xbox One version and left it at that. So well, there's one of the ones I'm missing for sure.
Which one?
The Sledgehammer.
Oh.
As for the Rust, I don't know why it's not there. And then go down to TV and movies. Do you have that?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay, because that's supposed to be... See if you can grab an image for that too while you've got the screen down. But yeah, Rust Console Edition. They didn't make an Xbox Series X or Series S version. They didn't make a PlayStation 5 version. They just stuck with the fact that they were making a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version. Or just making it backwards compatible. Because let's be honest, it's Rust. What all are you going to do to it to bring it up? Just buy the other version. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
just an image of the game. It'll be fine.
Okie dokie.
We can throw that in television and whatnot, though.
Okie dokie.
The other thing that we got skipped on by mistake.
I'm bringing it up. Badoo.
Sledgehammer Games, who, by the way, is hiring if you're in Melbourne or in Foster City. They're known for doing things like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty World War II, Modern Warfare 3, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 3 and World War II. That's what it is.
Yes.
They have officially announced that they are doing the next Call of Duty game, which will be Call of Duty World War II Vanguard.
Oh.
Yeah, sounds like a really nice name.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. MELBOURNE. Melbourne. I see it.
Okay. Melbourne.
But I also see that.
Melbourne.
Just like lasagna doesn't make sense. And bologna is just a
Bologna.
fucking mess.
It's Bologna.
It's Bologna.
What? Then how do you pronounce that A? Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
Pterodactyl. Pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
I'm tired of this fucking shit. I was taught in the American school system where all through fucking grammar school they're saying sound it out, which doesn't fucking work because of silent letters.
I will concur with that. That was a dumb way of teaching, but I can understand why they would.
You know the other thing I got? How do you spell this? Go find it in the dictionary.
But
how the fuck do I know where to look?
yeah.
And then the response then would be sound it out.
And you'd be like, well, and then you hit them with the dictionary until they tell you how to spell it.
This is why America is the way it is.
Shit.
We bred this.
We
this
did.
is our own doing.
This is our undoing. Yeah, we could ask that individual robot on how to...
You know how many times I type out a word and can't spell it? And then just use the voice text, and that still doesn't work, and I just go, changing this whole fucking sentence.
I mean, we live in a moment where we're like, there are other words that talk about those things, so we don't need to directly say what we want to say. We can go around it if it doesn't sound right to us.
So they're hiring in Melbourne. They're hiring in Foster City, California.
California.
California. But I hate the ones that look more wrong the longer you look at them.
Yeah. Just the other day, I was actually spelling out poison. A simple word.
Yeah,
poison.
you look at poison.
And I was just like, O-I-A. Wait. P. What? What? Like, it doesn't have an A in it, but why do I feel like there needs to be an A in it? And I just typed it out, and then I typed it out again, and I was like, even my word checker says it's right, and I said, fuck it, I'm leaving it, and I just kept typing along.
Here's another one. Stomach.
Stomach is a bit of a
stomach.
Stomach. Tongue sometimes gets me.
Tongue is a fucked up one.
Tongue gets me. I usually do Tounge, and then it's like, oh wait, is it Tongue? And then that gets me a little weird.
Your mentioned that he's spelling out poison.
Yeah. It was. I believe I was helping someone out with their subclass or sub race, and they wanted them to have resistance to poison, and I think that's where we were.
We keep kicking each other today, and I don't know why.
Because I'm usually curling my feet up like this. I usually don't stick my feet out.
We
so I
keep
guess
kicking each other under the table.
It's my toes. But yes, hearing the word poison from your DM is rather staggering.
Now we can go back to where we were before we realized that there was gaming stuff we missed.
Hang on, let me do this. There, now we're back.
We're back. Comic-Con. So we've been talking about how a lot of things are going digital platforms or partially digital, partially physical, yada yada. It seems like San Diego's going, we really want this convention to happen. So rather than doing it when we normally would, we're going to push it back a little. Just all the way back to Thanksgiving weekend. Getting this in November. I'm assuming the big thought process is vaccines will be out. The maximum occupancies will be up. Things like that. Think about how long the lines are and how long the waits take now. Now add in the concept of temperature checks and staying 6 feet from each other. So I understand why they pushed it.
So that's the physical, but does that mean they're still doing the at-home?
Yeah, they're still doing the at-home stuff for the 23rd and 25th. In fact, they just did a WonderCon at home that just ended.
Oh, really?
So they'll still be doing that, but they're pushing the physical back to Thanksgiving weekend. So that means, you do Thanksgiving, and then on the 26th, you go to the con on that Friday, 26th, 27th, 28th.
Nice.
I do know there's a bunch of stipulations on here about if you purchased badges for last year's con and how those have been moved over. That's a whole thing. Go and check out their information on that. That's a whole thing for you guys to figure out if you purchased all that stuff. My ass didn't purchase any of that, so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, and they don't have any special guests at announcement yet.
No.
I'm hoping we see some good names.
They'll probably be able to get plenty for the at-home things, though, because they're at home, too. you know?
Yeah, they're just chilling out at home. I mean, I'm sure one or two people will be like, I'll sign digital stuff and mail them to you. I'll print them out here, or I'll have my own little stock, and you just pay me, and I'll handle the shipping.
Yeah. Huh? Maybe, yeah. All right, what's next?
The only major thing I can see that's an actual issue with this is like Comic-Con exclusive like Funkos or figures.
So what happened last year is they just sold those online, or did giveaways with them. So I think Funko and Kevin Smith worked together where he did like giveaways for all the Funkos that were supposed to be con exclusives.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they'll handle that, or if they're able to do the November date, just give them out then. Okay. All right, the John Wick franchise. You like it, right?
I haven't seen part 3 yet.
I know part 3.
I'm gonna watch part 3.
It's good.
Okay.
I liked 1 and 2 better. Still think 1's the best. 2's really good, and 3's still really good.
2 has one of my favorite scenes in it.
When we finally see him kill someone with a pencil.
No, well, yeah, but the nightclub going into the catacombs area from start to finish, that whole fucking thing, was just great.
Then when him and Common are fighting in the street and go through the doors of the hotel, that's pretty good.
It's great.
I also like the Bruce Lee reference with the whole Hall of Mirrors thing and whatnot.
Yeah,
that's all pretty good. But no, 3's good. Halle Berry's in it. Get to see some other puppies. Some interesting stuff. You get to find out a little bit more about some of the things that go on at the hotel. I can't think of the name of it right now. What the hell's the name of the hotel?
Your guess is as good as mine, man. My memory's god awful.
I can't remember.
I got it. John Wick Hotel.
A sock called you out. Curling my feet up like this, stares down at the table.
The Continental.
The Continental. But yeah, back to the John Wick franchise. So up until what will be happening with chapters 4 and 5, screenwriter Derek Kolstad had been writing them. They've announced that they are moving on without him for chapters 4 and 5. He talks about it, and he's not really upset about it. He says, "No," this is a quote from him. "No, it wasn't my decision. When you think of the contractuality, I can't say that. Of these things, the third one I shared the credit with a number of people. They didn't have to come back to me, and so they didn't."
And that's a really mature way of looking at it. It's like, I made the first 3. I did a trilogy. Mm-hmm. That's good enough. Now someone will keep going with the next duo of films. That's fine.
He says he's still close with Chad Stahelski, the director, and he's still close with the co-director, David Lech. And he says, "I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited to see. Seeing what this industry is and how things go, I just believe that you bless everything and you hope it all the best." This is a direct quote from him, and he was speaking broken and shit. And to the players involved who are doing other things elsewhere. And yeah, it's personal, so I'm never going to talk shit about John Wick. I want this thing to survive and thrive.
Good.
Oh yeah, another reason to watch John Wick 3. He rides a horse and fights people on motorcycles.
Oh, I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah. The next 2 John Wick sequels are still set to be back to back. Chapter 4 is eyeing May 27th of 2022. There's also still that spin-off TV series titled The Continental. So if I had just waited till I got to the bottom of these notes, I would have had the name of the damn thing.
It's okay.
However, if you are wondering why you know the name Derek Kolstad other than John Wick, he's done some shorts and stuff like that. Okay, and John Wick was kind of his big blow up. I mean, he had done The Package, which was okay.
Sure.
And then he did something called Die Hard. It was a TV comedy series. And now he's writing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So he's moved on to pretty big shit. I mean, he's doing Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's over there doing Marvel shit.
Like, I mean, we're 2 episodes in and we're liking it so far, and I'm actually really excited to do the spoiler cast for it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He's marked as a writer for the Continental. I don't know if that's still going to be the case. We'll see. He's also marked as the writer for Just Cause.
Like the destruction thing?
I think so. It says the story of a deadly CIA Black Ops assassin code named Scorpio, who specializes in regime changes, battle pirates, and mercenaries and rogue agents.
Yeah, that's Rico. Rico's codenamed Scorpio, so yeah.
And then there's also talks of Hitman TV series based off the IO Interactive game. I mean, the 2 movies haven't done the greatest, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to do something with those.
Interesting. All right. This is the one that you had me pull up randomly, and I want to know more. I want to know more.
So this is Ghosts of Tsushima, right?
Yeah.
That's how you say that?
Yes. Tsushima.
Okay. Sony Pictures and PlayStation Productions are developing a film based off of this. And it's funny that we were just talking because John Wick director Chad Stahelski, however you say that name, is attached to Helmet. They did a report with Deadline where he is saying he's working alongside producers Alex Young and Jason Spitz, and their company 8711 Entertainment. Peter Kang of game developer Sucker Punch Productions will oversee the project on behalf of the studio, which will serve as executive producer. They said, we're excited to be partnering with Chad and 8711 Entertainment to bring the vision of Jin's story to the big screen, said Saad Quizzlebash, head of PlayStation Productions. We love working with creative partners like Chad who have a passion for our games, ensuring we can create rich adaptations that will excite our fans and new audiences. Okay. Now, sounds cool. Go for it. You know, the story was interesting. Let's see live action. But do you ever feel like every couple of weeks we're talking about this new Sony game that's going to be made into a movie and then nothing? For instance, they just recently started finishing casting The Last of Us. I know it's technically Naughty Dog. It's Sony.
You're getting a huge shrug from me because I'm still waiting for more word about the Uncharted movie.
I think they finally finished filming, but you have to remember that movie changed directors like 6 fucking times.
That's why I'm like, we haven't got a trailer.
Yeah.
We got nothing. We have nothing. But then, yeah, you're right. In 2025, we're going to get 50 Sony movies, but we're going to get all of them being cash grabs, like the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, probably.
Or, well, actually, okay. Half are like Emoji Movie, and the other half are very eschewed like Angry Birds movie.
Yeah, I'd rather have another Sonic.
Yeah, but
it's fun. It didn't hurt anyone. They listened to the fans.
But at the same time, that wasn't Sony backing that one.
No, I know. That was Sega.
Yeah.
So,
Sega and Paramount?
Which I think is technically Sony.
Is it really? Oh, Jesus.
Let me double check.
Okay, well, fuck's sakes.
Paramount Pictures. No, Viacom. They're Viacom.
Okay.
They're not Sony.
Okay, but Jesus Christ, you scared me.
Yeah, they're Viacom, CBS, Gulf, and Western Industries. They own things like Nickelodeon, Paramount Animation, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, just give us...
They spoke wrong.
Just give us something that we can enjoy in 2023, 24, or 25. You know?
Hell, theaters are starting to open back up here, and I'm ready to see Nobody, which looks freaking amazing. I'll go and see Black Widow. That's been pushed back to, I think, June. I'll go and see that. I don't have a huge plate of movies because all the Warner Brothers are going to be here at home.
You said Nobody. What, Nobody?
Nobody. So a new film coming out.
Oh, I was going to think you were going to say No Time to Die, but...
that one's, I think, pushed all the way back to October, so...
Okay, I've seen that, but I don't know what it's about.
So, Nobody, it technically is out now in theaters. You can go see it in theaters now, but we don't have all that many open theaters.
All right. Give me the hardest soft premise you ever gave.
The guy you wouldn't expect to be able to beat the shit out of everyone can beat the shit out of everyone and has to because people come and knocking at his door, bringing his old life into it. When he's just trying to be a family man. There's a whole scene with like they steal his daughter's kitty cat bracelet, and so he's beating the shit out of a guy going, "Give me the kitty cat bracelet." Also, they do a scene where it's what was the movie that they just remade with Bruce Willis?
So Royal Rumble? Yeah, I would assume it's like a Royal Rumble. Every 2 minutes, someone comes in.
No, there's a scene where he's fighting like 5 people on a bus at once.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what I was about to talk about. So, what was the fucking movie? They just remade this damn movie, Death Wish. So there's a scene where it's very Death Wish, like where it's like these guys on a train in Death Wish are fucking with this lady, and the main character talks some shit to them, and so they come over to confront him, and they don't realize he's got the world's biggest fucking revolver hidden behind his damn newspaper, and he starts shooting all of them and kills all of them. It's an old, I shouldn't call it old. It's 74. It's older. Movie with Charles Bronson.
Oh.
And so they've got a scene like that in Nobody in the trailer where they're like, "What are you gonna do?" And he's got a revolver, and he clicks it open and lets the bullets out. And he's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass." And he starts beating the shit out of all of them. And like, there's a point where like someone goes to hit him with a bottle, and he catches it with his hand, like slaps the neck of the bottle back into their face, and then smacks someone else with the body of the bottle. But it's what is his name?
Yeah,
Bob Odenkirk. Odenkirk, yeah. He's Saul in Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So he said he trained for 2 years for this movie because they loved the concept of bringing in someone that wasn't an action star to doing an action movie. It looks freaking amazing.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, kind of all of Bruce Willis, which is kind of funny. So yeah, he's from Mr. Show. He's from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. He's one of those ones that showed up and everything.
Yeah, I would like to actually see this movie. It seems like it would have been a very fun. Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Was he? I didn't.
Yeah, it was on the cast.
Let me pull up my old tabs.
But I saw him with his happy theory.
Oh, it's just saying. Oh yeah, nobody cast. Yeah, okay. So Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Nice.
Awesome.
I do enjoy Christopher Lloyd. You showed me an advertisement for Discovery, I believe it was.
He's doing something with Discovery,
and he pretty much yelled up to his wife, "Honey, can I go on an adventure through time and space with a person I just met?" Okay. Christopher Lloyd was recently asked if he has plans to retire, and his response was, "Retire? No. He seems like he would be down for anything.
I've heard him talk in interviews about the fact that, like, because they're like, everyone's like, you do like all these B-list movies and stuff like that now, and he's like, yeah, and they're like, you're Christopher Lloyd, why are you doing it? He's like, if I like the script, I do it. I don't need to do it for the money anymore. So if I like the script, that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it's fun. I want to act. Acting is fun. It's you playing make-believe for a living.
Yeah.
You know?
And, I mean, I think that he should... Well, I'm hoping he does. He pulls, like, the whole Doc Brown thing and starts doing, like, a science show a la Bill Nye the Science Guy.
That'd be funny.
I guarantee you that show would get
It probably would. This also says can beat the shit out of everyone and has to, so Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's where I pulled that
from. There's a scene in the trailer where like people come into his house with like fully automatic guns, and he comes out with a baseball bat
and just works it out.
Yeah, because he basically every time they start to like, because they're like coming past a corner, and so he's there, so he smacks the gun downward, so you know the gun goes downward, they're shooting, and then as they go to pull the gun back up, he just slaps the gun again with the baseball bat, and then at one point he breaks it in half and stabs someone with part of it.
Okay.
It looks really good. I came across it on Twitter. I was like, this is interesting. And it's one of those tweets where it's like, like it, and we'll tweet you regularly about it. And so they send me tweets updating me on the movie progress.
I like those bots.
Yeah. We got completely off subject because of that. Oh, so this one is for, I swear to God, I see more movie trailers via Facebook or TikTok than anywhere else nowadays. Yeah, but I see more good ones because of who I follow on Twitter.
Yeah,
I've kind of created my little, like, this is what I want. But our New Zealand person, our Kiwi in the chat, is going to love this. Anyone that is a fan of What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, may know about Wellington Paranormal, a TV series that is pretty much exclusively to New Zealand. until now. Wellington Paranormal is working with the CW and HBO Max to bring the current existing seasons over there this summer, as well as working to air the new episodes through HBO Max as they hit. So this is a direct spin-off of the What We Do in the Shadows movie. It's a TV show about basically officers who have to deal with the weird shit that goes on in Wellington, New Zealand. Investigating paranormal stuff, things from vampires to ghosts to werewolves. Watiti shows up in it. He also shows up in the FX show, so there will actually be 2 TV shows that are spin-offs from Watiti's original film going on. And if you've watched What We Do in the Shadows, it's fucking hilarious. I have not been able to see Wellington Paranormal because it hasn't been available here, but I promise you I will binge the shit out of those 2 seasons when it hits, and I will be ready for season 3.
Okie dokie. And in the chat, Sock says, oh yeah, it's actually pretty good if you like dry New Zealand humor like Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok.
That's dry humor to you? Piss off, Ghost!
Piss off, Ghost.
That's funny to me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's the whole thing of we go over to Japan and we watch the 24-hour no laughing Batsu game where you laugh, you get your ass hit. That's hilarious to people like you and I. But to them, it's something they'll do every other month as like a special.
What was the library one?
Silent Library?
Yeah, I watched Silent Library. I mean, that's American, but
yeah,
we've got our version.
Yes. But yeah, I concur. Like, there's always something that another country makes or has as their form of humor. We find it either more funny or less funny. It's just...
I found Watiti funny. I'm ready for more Watiti stuff. I know that Wellington is not him, but it's from...
something that he
It's
made.
a spin-off from him. Yeah. Silent Library was pretty funny, says the chat. Yeah, they need to bring that back. I know that there's some, like... there's a TikToker that has... basically, like, him and his friends are basically doing a version of Silent Library in a sense. They've got one of those noise things, and they do different things to try to set each other off, and then there's a punishment, normally getting, like, physically punched or something.
No, thank you. I'm good.
So I always like to end these with coffee puns or something like that. And I just recently discovered that Mr. Coffee actually has an entire section on their website for coffee jokes and coffee puns.
That's actually kind of nice. I'm glad they do. So go ahead.
Now, make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, tell a friend, tell an enemy, rate, review, find us here on Sundays. Anything else you want to include? Oh, Affogato to tell you something. You're the greatest.
I don't get that one.
Affogato is a coffee.
Affogato?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Affogato. I forgot to.
Right over there. Yeah.
Dry. Q so dry.
Desert.
It is a desert.
It is a desert. We're in a desert. Also, I was actually doing puns last night as I played Vi. So she usually goes violence, and then when I was brawling the opponent who was a Vi, she ran away, and I said, "Vite me."
You're terrible.
I was terrible. And we lost that one, if I recall correctly.
I enjoyed it, but God, it hurt. Also, back to the conversation of talking about spelling. You putting desert like that was one of the few spelling things that actually helped me. When I was a kid learning desert and dessert, my mom told me, which would you want one of and which would you want two of? Because desert and dessert are almost spelled exactly the same, except for a letter that repeats itself.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that works. Okay,
I want two desserts, one fucking desert.
Oh.
If I have to have a desert. So. All right, bye everybody.
Bye everybody. Hey there, coffee fans. A little bit of a hitch for next week. It's going to be a mini episode featuring just myself, and it'll probably only run about a half hour, and I'll talk about the things that are happening during this whole entire week. Bit of an apology, but hopefully we'll have this week's movies week after that. Yes.
And I apologize. It's just me being pulled away from you guys due to the Easter holiday.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, worst case scenario is we'll make it up with like a 6-hour cast.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Me sitting here talking for 6 hours. Bye, guys.